It's Dub here. I'm back with another video, and today we are talking about what I'm gonna do with my $2 million that I'm coming back from Thailand with. And if you don't know what I'm even talking about, the latest video I posted is about where I'm even getting that $2 million. So make sure you watch that video before you watch this one. Otherwise, this is gonna make no sense. But if you watch that one, you know what I'm talking about. Let's talk about what I'm gonna do with that $2 million. All right, on the left side, we got two options here. But I may do both. Hint, I may do both. We got a lot of money to play with. So option one, we'll call this option one. Option two, over here on the right side. Option one, and I've done a lot of research on this, is we buy a laundromat. Let me move you guys over here slightly. All right, option one, laundromat. I plan on moving to Texas also, by the way. Once I leave Thailand, come back to the States, plan on moving to Texas. So both of these options will be me living in Texas. Option two, we buy a car wash. Yes, sir, buy a car wash. Now, you're probably wondering, what type of returns do you get for owning a laundromat in Texas or a car wash also in Texas? And I'm probably gonna be going to the Austin area, so let's talk about it. All right, you guys, just punch this into Claude so you know I'm not pulling these numbers out of my booty cheeks. If I bought a mid-size laundromat in cash, how much profit would it generate in Austin, Texas in the year 2032? Because obviously prices are gonna go up. This is a 5-year plan here. I'm not going to be buying these businesses 5 years because I have to go live in Thailand first and come back with the cheddar, right? So the price of a laundromat today is not gonna be related to the price of a laundromat in 2032. So yeah, what would it be in 2032? Also, what would the cost be? So it says purchase price for a mid-size laundromat in Austin, Texas for this year, 2032, is gonna be roughly 500 to 600K. All right, you get that? 600,000 for option one, 600K, and we have $2 million to play with. Remember that. What will this generate in profit? It says in profit, gotta expect 20% to 35%, and then that's after rent, utilities, labor, etc. So basically I'm looking at 60K to 105K net annually. So basically 5K to 8K a month profit. And this is gonna be split between my partner and I. So we'll just call it 6K, right in the middle. Not bad, not bad, 3K each. All right, so call it 6K, that would be 3K each. Not bad, because I'm gonna continue to run my business that I'm running now, and yeah, that'll keep making money. Now let's look at the car wash. All right, the car wash, I'm punching the same script into Claude, but now for a car wash. A car wash is gonna cost more, but it's also gonna make more. So for this, we're looking at a purchase price of 800K to 2 million. So we'll just call it somewhere in the middle, 1.4 million, let's say. And that's for a car wash, also in Austin. So obviously we don't have enough money to buy both yet. Actually, we would. 600K plus 1.4 million. Not good at math, but that would equal $2 million. So we have enough money to buy both, but let's look at just the car wash here. So let's say $1.4 million. What is that going to generate? We got conservative, realistic, and a strong optimistic number. So let's look at, first we got conservative, $100,000. That's a year. Realistic, 200K, optimistic, 360,000. We'll go conservative. Let's go 100K. 100K is what this bad boy is gonna profit. So that's 8K a month. And then for each of us, $4,000 a month each. So like I said, we're coming back with $2 million. So we could buy both. Let's say that's what we do. Maybe not at the same time, but maybe a year in between each other. So we're not buying two brand new businesses at once. Also, another important fact here is when we buy these businesses, we're gonna be buying profitable businesses, yes, because we're coming in with a lot of cash to play with, but we're also gonna be buying businesses that have a lot of growth potential as well. The car wash, I'm not too sure what we would add yet. Maybe we could add some recurring memberships or something. I don't know, I'd have to look into it. But for the laundromat specifically, I know when I buy a laundromat, I'm gonna be trying to buy a regular laundromat where people are just washing their clothes. But what I wanna implement is a wash and fold addition to the laundromat that I buy. So where I'm actually picking up people's laundry, washing it, folding it, returning it to them, because apparently that's where a lot of money is to be made in the laundromat game. So if I buy a business, a laundromat for $600,000 and it's netting $6K a month, I'm gonna try to double that with a wash and fold business, which I've heard it is very realistic. Like once you add that, it adds more work, but that's when your margins on a laundromat can get really crazy. But these are both conservative numbers here. Either way, we're gonna come back and we're both going to add $7K a month to our pockets. And like I said, at this point, we're gonna keep running the business. So I am making $15K a month running out of room here. And then once I add that $7K, I would be looking at about $22,000 when I come back. At this point, I would be roughly 30 years old at 5 years from now. And then my partner, she's making $16K plus the $7K, she'd be making $23,000 a month. And from this point on, we're just gonna rinse and repeat. Then we're gonna start saving up our profits for another business. Not sure what that would be yet, maybe a storage unit, but now you can kind of see the vision of this whole Thailand thing, what I plan on doing with the money, how I plan on getting the money, and then we shall see what goes right, what goes wrong. But comment down below what you guys think. What do you think of the plan? You think this is realistic? I mean, coming back with $2 million, being able to buy a laundromat in cash, car wash in cash. I think it is. I feel like it's very realistic. These are conservative numbers in my opinion. This is also banking on our income not going up over 5 years, which is not really realistic. My income has went up every single year for the past 3 years since I became a full-time entrepreneur. So I just don't see a world where it just plateaus. But yeah, this is the plan, you guys. Comment down below what you think. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.